As United States Air Force civil servants, our nation's leaders' priorities are our priorities. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin said we're living through challenging times. That includes the major conflicts facing our fellow democracies, Israel and Ukraine, bullying and coercion from an increasingly assertive China, and a worldwide battle between democracy and autocracy. Our national defense strategy describes the People's Republic of China as America's most consequential strategic competitor and the pacing challenge for the Department of Defense. The PRC is our only rival with the intent and, increasingly, the capacity to reshape the international order. Secretary of the Air Force Frank Kendall reported, "While America is still the dominant military power on the planet today, we are being more effectively challenged militarily than at any other time in our history. War with China or Russia is not unlikely and could happen at any time." He also said, "We don't want to fight wars, we want to prevent them, and the way you prevent conflicts is to convince the other side that you have the will to resist and the capability to defeat aggression." Clearly, there is a pacing challenge as the People's Republic of China strives for national rejuvenation by 2049. Let's take a minute to explore some of China's strategies to reshape international order, forge strong partnerships, and grow exponentially. The People's Republic of China's Belt and Road Initiative, or BRI, was announced in 2013 as Foreign and Economic Policy. This initiative rebranded and further expanded China's global outreach. Beijing uses BRI to support its strategy of national rejuvenation by seeking to expand global transportation and trade links to support its development and deepen its economic integration with nations along its periphery and beyond. Where the United States is part of NATO, China is part of BRICS, or Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. While China's partnering with other nations, they are also growing their army. In response to this increasing threat, and other threats, our nation's strategies focus our efforts. The first global priority listed in our national security strategy is outcompeting China and constraining Russia. First, we must invest in the foundations of our strength at home. Next, we must align our efforts with our network of allies and partners. And finally, we must compete responsibly with the PRC to defend our interests and build our vision for the future. As the strategies are being executed, the Department of Defense has been responding and initiating positive change for some time now in the form of Department of the Air Force operational imperatives, large-scale global exercises in Indo-Pacific Command, and the early 2024 Optimizing for Great Power Competition. In the document, The Case for Change, Optimizing the Air Force for Great Power Competition, it states, "To ensure our readiness, we must once again evolve and remain responsive to the current security environment. Embracing change is not a choice, it is a necessity. We must re-optimize our service into an enterprise prepared for high-end conflicts and long-term strategic competition." What does this information have to do with us? Department of the Air Force civilians, who are not directly connected to the strategic initiatives or tactical decision-making in the operational environment. The short answer is, we need to anticipate change. We fill roles that impact policies, decisions, acquisitions, and production. Additionally, if in a supporting role, we could be affected and may need to pivot if there are changes relative to personnel, resources, equipment, processes, and priorities. Our oath states we will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. It is our responsibility to be exposed to and anticipate the future needs of our nation based on threats and potential conflicts. It is our job to help our nation lean forward with and continue to fly, fight, and win. So what's next? Civilians should begin or continue conversations with their leadership about how their organizations can prepare for change or upcoming challenges. The Civilian Leadership Development School at Maxwell Air Force Base will be continuing the conversation on this topic in Mill Suite, which can be accessed through the Civilian Leadership Development School website.